You want to know the nicest part about today? Rub eye. What you feel like? No, nothing for come off of my eye. What you feel like? Welcome back to Sunrise. It's now time for the Friday headlines with our one and only TK. To the T to the T, cause the T to the K to 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 the T to the K. Wearing purple for a world who stay. It's T to the K. Hey,
Artist, great morning.
Well done. How
Can
are
I just
you?
let you guys know, on this no makeup thing. I cannot rub my eyes because I'm about that makeup life.
Look, yeah, when I rub my eye, well, I go, I feel that way. Like something rub in on my eye.
Well, great morning, ladies. Looking comfy and nice.
Thank
Just imagine
you.
I'm in my silk pajamas with you,
Yes,
okay?
that's what we're pretending.
All right, great morning. Let's jump into the headlines. What's happening in the news? Law amendment for crime-fighting technology. Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of crime, Fitzbailey, is advocating for changes in the law to track suspected criminals more effectively. The 40-year veteran crime fighter notes the strides the force has made in technology and hopes the work will continue well after his approaching retirement. That's why he's advocating for an amendment to the Interception of Communications Act, which was passed back in 2002. Speaking at a security seminar this week, the DCP bemoaned the sluggish turnaround time for information requests to telecommunications companies. The Interception of Communications Act allows security forces to monitor the phone communications of persons suspected or accused of criminal activities. It also grants the authority to intercept all communications of a person named in a warrant. The DCP's latest request comes as part of 22 ongoing technological projects in the JCF, which has over the last several months moved to prioritize technology-aided crime-fighting strategies. So moving towards more technology in the JCF space as it relates to crime fighting, which I think is a really good initiative. You know?
And critically important.
Absolutely.
I mean, as technology improves and advances, crime also improves and advances. So
That
we have
is
to
true.
move along with it in order to curtail or halt it, you know. And but the underscore that I want to underscore in the headline is with a warrant. So I don't want people to run off and say, you see how them can listen to you, know, them can't. No, with a warrant, they're able to tap into the communication that they need to tap into. And obviously a warrant will be granted by a judge, right? So
There's a process.
there is a
It's
due process.
not just come and feel like mega listen to what I say or she say.
It's not just, we hear what Tami and Yendi and TK talk about on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
And you know, JCF has been really making lots of strides using technology to really, I mean, the other day I got stopped and I couldn't believe that I was about to get a ticket. Luckily I had my tag with me and I was like, no, my tag is right here. You know, I was right on the cusp of switching it out. But I was about to get a ticket in a half second. I was like, look at that team, man.
Because I'm just whip out the
Just whip
machine.
out him thing. But he could also see that I had my tag, it was already, and so we could then
Dialogue.
You know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we love to see it, JCF. Technology technological advances in the force.
And
It's
when
great.
used to do the right
Correctly,
thing is always a plus.
and it's always
Absolutely.
good for everybody who's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I tell people.
Absolutely.
Things like this don't affect us who are, you know, doing our best to do our best, you know.
Yes,
so we should be
absolutely.
grateful for things like this.
Right.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so next up we'll go over to Ocho Rios now. Ocho Rios vendor license controversy. Controversy now lingers over the Ocho Rios craft market in St. Anne, where frustrated vendors joined yesterday morning to highlight what they describe as a breach of their contract. Usually for the Tourism Product Development Company, TPDCO, to grant a vendor their license, an application form along with additional documents are the only requirements. But when some aspiring vendors visited the office to get this done, they were referred to the Urban Development Corporation, the UDC, for another contract that they say did not suit their desires. The vendors must sign the contract with UDC for their licenses to be renewed, but they have refused to do so. The workers are not satisfied with their work environment. But without their licenses, the vendors cannot sell on the port, which means their livelihoods are at stake. The MP candidate for Northeast St. Anne, Dr. Ryan Simpson, is inviting the government to sit with the vendors and settle the issues. So some dispute there.
It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because the conditions ought to be up to standard for them to have their optimal experience as vendors. And on the other hand, there must be order and structure and with protocols that they have to undergo in order to be the vendor.
Exactly.
So it is a double-edged sword. But hopefully they can have a conversation.
Yeah, I was just about to say, hopefully the dialogue that needs to happen happens, and what needs to, happen for everybody to at least come to some kind of compromise.
Because they're a critically important element of our tourism industry now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, massive aspect of it is our vendors. So we need to come to some sort of, look at you. Yeah,
this is really good.
Right?
Who made the Milo? Okay, so Feel Good Friday, let's go. Ready, ladies? It's a quick response. A young hero. So an 8th grade Wisconsinite is being hailed as a hero after grabbing hold of the wheel of his school bus after the driver lost consciousness. His heroics have earned him plaudits from the mayor's office, city council, fire and rescue, and the police department. And the young man has said the incident has made him feel more confident. AC Holland III boarded his school bus as per his normal routine. Holland thought something wasn't right when the driver began to appear dizzy. Soon after, her head dropped, but the bus continued to accelerate past a turn on the route. He found the driver unresponsive and the bus veering into ongoing traffic. In a fight or flight situation, Holland moved the driver aside, took the wheel, and safely parked the bus on the side of the road, calling 911 after it had come to a halt and telling each student to call their parents. Look at that.
What a good boy.
Well done.
Look at that.
I think about this way too much, I have to tell you. Like, a lot of the times when I'm driving my kids, I have a moment where I'm like, suppose something happened. Do my kids know what to do?
Yeah.
And it's always like something that's it's like one of those fears that, have been unlocked in my brain, and so I can't stop thinking about it.
But it's not an irrational fear.
No, it's
That's
not.
a legitimate fear.
Especially, I have really bad dizzy spells sometimes. I haven't had anyone like I'm driving. It normally happens like when I'm going from, bending over to do my shoelace and getting up. But I'm like, suppose that happened while I was on the road. So it's so important to actually equip your children with enough knowledge to know what to do in any emergency.
Well, his dad actually owns an auto mechanic shop, and so he was around cars and around automobiles. So he was able to, it just shows that kids really observe what's around them. I don't think anybody taught him, but he saw it
But I also wouldn't be surprised if somebody showed him to like, which one is a gas, which one is a brake.
I'm sure he's one of those kids who sat in a lap and like moved the cars around the yard as they work in the mechanic shop.
I can't believe my mother and father didn't make we do that.
They didn't.
Like, they didn't.
I don't know.
In the yard.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Never have a yard. The driveway, I don't know.
But that's it. So that's the headlines for this morning. Until we meet again for the news.
Till we meet again. See you
Thanks,
soon.
TK.
All right, on the other side of the break,
Billy.
Does this say TK Dawkins?
Wait a minute. I see two
wait
of us
a
is
minute.
coming. Wait a minute. Tami Chin.
What's happening? Wait, I can bust it.
Shall we open?
Thank you, Billy.
Oh my gosh, and it says Bailey's one of my favorite.
I do love Bailey's.
I love
That's
Bailey's.
No joke. Let's open it up,
Yes.
girl.
Thank you,
Bailey's.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm gonna have
this
fun
nice
with
bottle.
this.
Oh, guys, thank you.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
lovely.
Momo, ready up yourself, girl. Cheers. Hey, we have breakfast.
It's nice.
Oh my gosh, and there's a bath bomb.
Are these chocolate-covered strawberries?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Yes, Andy, let's try yours.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys, on the other side of the break, while we eat, it's time for the R to the E to the A to the C to the T. It's React. We're gonna eat some strawberries. Yes, yeah, they bust the box.
Let me eat yours. Let me eat some of yours and take home mine. Thanks, please.
They wanted to make sure our kids didn't get in the boxes.
Ooh,
Oh, there we go.
Yum. Wow.
Carry